Vidjam now natively integrates Elgato's popular Streamdeck controllers, including the standard, mini, XL, and mobile versions. Users that don't own Streamdeck hardware can use the mobile version to remotely control Vidjam with any mobile device or tablet that's on the same Wi-Fi network.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a Streamdeck with Vidjam and how to use it along with some tips. The first thing you'll want to do is make sure that your Streamdeck is plugged in and that the Streamdeck app is running before you launch Vidjam. The first time you launch Vidjam with the Streamdeck app running, Vidjam will notify you that a Streamdeck has been detected and its plugin has been automatically installed, along with some basic instructions. If Vidjam has detected your Streamdeck, you should see these page buttons on the layer toolbar. You can also open up Preferences and go to the UI tab, and you'll see all the Streamdeck related options here. You can ignore most of these, but take note of the bottom section. In this area, you'll see a list of the connected Streamdeck devices. As you can see, I have two devices connected, a regular Streamdeck and a Streamdeck XL. Next to each device, there are shortcuts for previous and next page buttons, along with buttons 1 through 10 that are used to jump to specific pages. The pages are internal to Vidjam and are not to be confused with the pages that are used by the Streamdeck app. We'll explore this shortly. If you're using more than one Streamdeck with Vidjam, you're going to want to assign one of them as a selected Streamdeck using this dropdown. Even though you can use as many Streamdecks as you want with Vidjam, only one of them will receive automatic assignments. This will make more sense in a bit, just keep this in mind. Before you can map any buttons in the Streamdeck, you need to let Vidjam know which buttons it can use. Open up the Streamdeck app and drag and drop Vidjam dynamic button to any slots you want Vidjam to control. I'm going to assign these top 6 buttons on the Streamdeck and leave the other 9 in case I want to use other applications with my Streamdeck. For the Streamdeck XL, I'm going to map all the buttons. I've got a profile that I previously filled, so you don't have to watch me do this. Now that all the buttons have been assigned, we can go back to Vidjam and start mapping things. There are 2 ways to map things, manual mapping and automatic mapping. I'll cover manual mapping first. You can manually map a control to the Streamdeck just like if you were mapping to a MIDI or keyboard. First enter mapping mode by hitting the keyboard icon, or you can hit the F5 key on your keyboard. Any mappable buttons will be highlighted in green. Click on the control you want to map, like the play button for example. The control will then highlight in blue. Now push the target button on the Streamdeck. You should see the icon pop up on the Streamdeck. Let's map a few other transport controls and some scene buttons. While you're in mapping mode, you can also rearrange your buttons on the Streamdeck by swapping their positions. Just press the 2 buttons on the Streamdeck you want to swap their positions and they'll swap. You can also remove a button from the Streamdeck by hitting delete. Now let's exit mapping mode and test our mappings. Triggering buttons via the Streamdeck will respect the quantization state of that button. So since my quantization is set to 1 bar, that button won't be triggered till the end of the bar. This helps keep everything in sync. I'll play a basic audio loop in the background to demonstrate this. If you want to know more about keeping things in sync, check out the other video I made. There's a link in the description. That's manual mapping in a nutshell. Now let's cover automatic mapping. Automatic mapping is a way to assign a whole grid to your Streamdeck. First, let's create an empty grid. Now I'll load the current playlist to the grid. If I open up the grid, we can see all the videos that were assigned to it. I can rearrange them by clicking and dragging, or removing them by hitting Control Delete. I'm also going to change a few settings like the blending mode and polyphony for this demo. Now when I hit the Streamdeck button on the grid, it will assign all the videos to the empty spaces in your grid. The first time you assign a video to the Streamdeck, Vidjam will need to generate an animated thumbnail for it, but once they've been generated, the results are cached and the process is instantaneous. You can see the progress in the bottom right hand corner. Now when I hit any button on the Streamdeck, it will launch the corresponding video. If you have more than one Streamdeck, the videos are automatically assigned to the selected Streamdeck in Preferences. You can change this at any time. Let's try this again with a different set of videos. First I'll choose a different collection, this one will do, then hit the load button on the grid. You notice that when I change the contents of the grid, all those buttons have been removed from the Streamdeck. That's because the videos are no longer in the grid. Now when I hit the Streamdeck button again, it will assign all the new videos to the Streamdeck. You can do this with multiple grids as well. I'll create another grid, load another playlist to it, and then hit the Streamdeck button to automatically map all the videos. You notice that all the videos from the other grid have been replaced with the new assignments, except for the bottom row which I manually assigned. When automatically assigning buttons, Vidjam will assign them to any free slots or slots that contain automatic assignments. Manual assignments will not get overridden. This allows you to quickly assign whole grids while keeping specific buttons the same and always available. Vidjam supports up to 10 pages per device, and you can quickly swap between pages by using the page button on the layer bar. These page buttons will change pages on the currently selected device that you set up in Preferences. Now I'm on page 2. I'll map the second layer to page 2. Instead of using the mouse to swap between pages, you can map the next and previous buttons to MIDI, keyboard, or even the Streamdeck. I'll go back to page 1, enter mapping mode, and map the next page button. Now let's exit mapping mode, go to page 2, and map the page buttons so I can swap back and forth. I exit mapping mode, and now you can see hitting the buttons will swap between the two Streamdeck pages. You can also jump to specific pages by mapping page numbers. You can do this by going to the UI preferences and manually mapping the page buttons. You can map these to the keyboard, but since I have another Streamdeck, I'm going to assign the page buttons for the Streamdeck XL to the Streamdeck Mini. I'll map the first 3 pages just like I did the other controls. Now when I hit the page numbers on the Mini, it will swap the page on the XL and give me access to another 32 buttons I can use. Since these page controls are only used by Vidjam, you could possibly map up to 320 videos or controls to a single page on your Streamdeck and still have the other pages available for other apps.